Hello, a day with Caleb, Josh, the movie collector. It says it right there on his shirt. I don't wear my own merch. I wear Brendan Fraser shirts. But I love this view. Beautiful view. Probably 4 or 5 years now we've been parking here. You might can make out that says free parking nights and weekends. We used to park at a church which is right by the convention, very convenient, because usually we do Fridays and it's free on Fridays, but on the weekends they wised up and said, hey, a ton of people are parking here, we can make some money for the church, which is a good cause, but I ain't about to pay for no parking.
Yeah.
So we stumbled upon this honey hole.
Complete accident.
I think I was going to turn around and go back, and then we saw parking. I'm like, I'll just pay. But then this nice lady walking by said, I think it's free on weekends. So ever since then, been parking here. But it is a bit of a odyssey, a trek. I think half a mile.
Yeah,
maybe a little more than half a mile, but I love this view. You have the bridge there, the interstate, just beautiful. A bridge behind us, this cool little pole. Josh, hopefully it showed up. He got like a John Woo, birds flying by. I hope that.
I just noticed that building says TVA as well.
Oh, yes.
Loki. It's not the actual TVA, but
hopefully we're on the right time continuum.
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
Don't want our branch to get cut.
What's that called? Well, like pruning. I don't want to be pruned. Yeah. Alright, so let's make the trek to Fanboy Expo 2025 Helen Hunt. Well, I'll show pictures as we're walking.
Supergirl.
Yeah. I think I'm going to time-lapse the whole walk, so that'd be cool. So we'll just do pictures as we're time-lapsing and walking, and actually it's not too hot right now, so I think we'll be good. Usually we're sweating to death at this point.
But
here we go. Here we are at Fanboy Expo. I hope that time-lapse shot was cool. The globe is right there. But we're going to go through security and head on in.
There's like 5 people. We might as well do this.
Usually we go around the back, but I think we're here early enough to go through the front entrance. We have a little line forming. It's about 8:45. We're about an hour 20 from opening. The VIP get in early, so we'll be sitting in the line for a little bit here. This right here to our right, that is the end of our line. That is the end of our line up there, but we are finally moving.
Based on where the VIP line is anyway. Yeah. Because we're right here for we're not first.
This meant Helen Hunt. And we were able to talk for a few minutes. Josh had a good question. He asked if she ever did Twister Ride It Out in Orlando.
She did not.
She has never experienced, well, she can experience it now, but she never experienced Twister Ride It Out. She filmed for it. Her and Bill both filmed for it. Never rode the attraction. We'll put the selfie right here. It was fantastic to meet Helen. Just incredible, very nice. And the line went pretty quickly. We were one of the first ones. So now maybe Patrick Duff, although he is in photo ops. So we'll see what the day has to offer. But I was thoroughly shocked that went as quick as it did. Elijah Wood, his line is insane. I'm glad I got him a couple years ago at Dragon Con. We have Steiner over there, NWO, Wolfpack for life. We are now upstairs. This was the room last year where the Turtles were. Now we have the Superman reunion. So Tom Welling, Brandon Routh, Dean Cain, a bunch of people. So we're going to see Helen Slater.
Show you the QR code, you can scan it, bring up the schedule to stay up to date and keep everything at your fingertips on yours.
We have a cool Superman display.
Please go back to the table with the TA for Mike Colton.
Just picked up Luigi's Mansion 3 for $35. I think McKay's Chattanooga had it for $65.
Yeah.
So pretty good find. Been wanting to play this for a long time. Finally have it on the Switch. Comment down below if you want me to bring back gameplay. Me and Josh did it for a while.
Yep.
I did a couple.
I was not great.
Comment Luigi Mansion 3 if you want that.
This will never happen again. Will poor Superman be in Knoxville at Fanboy during a Superman premiere week? It'll never happen again, you know? We're lucky to have these four here to, entertain us and sign all of our crap. We definitely also thank you guys for being here. Yeah, thank you all for coming out. And how about a big hand for Julie for doing such a great job? I'm not even going to get into it because I will get emotional and cry. But I've been a fan for a very long time. And this is very big. So, thank you. Thank you very much. That's a huge service.
Woo! It was good to meet fellow fanboy goer cosplayer Lauren. We met her years ago here. I don't think my first one, but one of my first ones.
One of the first, yeah.
Early on, fanboy cosplayed as Poison Ivy. Got a photo. Follow each other on Instagram. Full circle moment. She is cosplaying as Poison Ivy again. So good to have friends here.
Yeah, but I gotta
At the cons, that's always fun. It's good to meet celebrities, also good to have friends. Josh doesn't know about having friends, but
What's it like?
other people know. It's good to have friends. Good to hear. Gene Simmons is, I think, in this ballroom here. I don't know if we'll be able to see him or not, but this is his lawn right here. Okay, we have ran into our friends and fellow YouTubers.
Hey guys,
Chris,
so good to see you guys.
Chris and Jay. They are now homesteaders in Tennessee.
Welcome.
So welcome to Tennessee. I've been to Fanboy about 10 years. Chris, this is your first year? And you did one in Orlando.
Like 5 years ago, so second. Yeah.
Okay, so we thought we might see y'all, but we weren't sure. So it is good to always run
good to catch up
into
with you.
these friends.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
This is the Gene Simmons table. He's in that room, cannot go in unless you get an autograph. All these people looking forward to seeing the legend himself. So after a Q&A panel and a bit of a wait, we finally met Patrick Duffy. And he said he remembers doing this very well. And then he asked where we got this because it is not released in America. You said UK, I think it's Australia. It's an Australia release. I was looking for a region. I don't see a region, but that is fantastic. And then the manager, since we waited, gave us a free selfie, and we'll insert that right here. Super nice, and this is probably a one of a kind right here.
I would say.
But I still have my recording, my VHS, back when you could record TV and movies back in the day, still have it on VHS tape, and now we have it on DVD, even though I can't play it. Josh can watch it.
I can.
But good ending. Well, not ending. We're going to the Helen Hunt panel right now.
Personality, and then started writing more towards that. When they originally wrote the part of Hodges, the way he was described in the script was he was in his late 40s, he wore shorts and had glasses that made him look like a bug. And I read it and I was like, oh, like, I don't know that I see him this way. And so I went into the audition and I just thought, I'm just gonna play this guy where like, he just rattles off the science, but is way more interested in like the relationship. And there was, Brendan in the pilot episode had written a book, and Hodges was slightly obsessed with the fact that she called him lusty in the book. And so he was very much like, hey, spit up her to the galley, touch her neck, sort of guy. But anyway, you called me lusty, and you know, I loved being able to kind of like do that part. And I feel like at some point it was easier to kind of just write that they have this banter, Jack can rattle that stuff off, and then just get back to the fun stuff.
TJ had so much of that stuff.
You did too, though. You had a lot to do at the time.
I did. I had a lot of like technical, multi-screen looking, you know, but you had a lot of long.
There's one episode that Hodges is not around, and you rattle off.
Oh my God, that's right.
And everyone just looks at you and you go, I'm spending way too much time.
With Hodges, that's right.
Looking back, what moment in your career has been one of the more personally meaningful to you?
Gosh. Well, my dad directed a couple of really good episodes of Mad About You, and he won a Directors Guild Award for that, so that was pretty, like, every part of my life coming together in the best way. The directed one where we have, it's called The Conversation, and we're standing outside the baby's door while the baby cries, and do we go in or do we not? Which was based on the experience of Helen Slater, who's here, who you must have interviewed yesterday, with her daughter, who I'm the godmother of, actually. So that was a pretty exciting moment. He won a big award for it, and like everything in my life came together.
You are one of the only two actresses to win Golden Globe, Oscar, and Emmy in the same year. How did you stay balanced? Because that was a whirlwind of a year.
I don't know. A lot about the dresses. It's basically what I remember is a few fun moments in between people freaking out about the dresses. I mean, I was really proud of both things. I didn't have kids yet, so I could just be all about doing it and not feel like, this is great, but my kid's at home. I worked with great people. Can't imagine doing all that if you didn't really care about the people you were working with, so it was fun.
From Joe to Viola to Carol Connolly, you have had a wide array of characters. How has your approach and process evolved over your career?
I don't really know how to do it without working really hard. I hear about people who don't study and they just kind of get the part and they jump on stage or they jump in front of the camera and it all works out, and I just don't have that. I have to work really hard, it takes a lot of time, and I coach with people, so I think I've only gotten more that way, not less. I found out about Castaway, and even though that part was kind of small, I just thought I'd never heard of anything like it. These big fancy people were making like an indie, but on a huge scale, so I chose to do that rather than another movie. It was a bigger, flashier part, so I think it's almost always the story. I was doing Mad About You, I think it was the end of the first year, and people had just started to notice it, and I got this call, like, come have lunch with Jan de Bont, who directed it, and Steven Spielberg. I was like, what? So I went, and they were just pitching me to be in the center of this giant movie, and I had not done anything like that. I didn't know why they wanted me. I kind of couldn't believe it. But they did. So I said yes, and then went off to Oklahoma. And honestly, the most exciting thing is I think it's such a good movie and totally holds up, and that's 100%. It's everybody, but the director gets the big credit for how much that movie holds up. But for me, it was hanging out with all those people. They were just all so sweet, and we would just be there getting bitten by mosquitoes till 5 in the morning, playing cards in my dressing room. But that's the thing you remember, you know, the people that you meet.
How his career progressed from there?
Well, I've never been less surprised about anything than he turned out to be like one of the most important actors, you know, like that was really clear when I met him. We both loved theater. He had this ridiculous part, whatever that part was. If you think about his pants are falling down and he's doing a monologue about a bottle of whiskey, whatever it was, I was like, he's making that work. How is he doing that? And personally, he's a friend, you know, and just super fun, super unpretentious, loved acting, loved theater, so it's a little bit like, he's one of my people. Yeah. Thank you so much, you guys.
Okay, we're going to end with that Helen Hunt Q&A. She has had a storied career, Oscar, Grammy, and Emmy, or Golden Globe, right? Yes.
Emmy too, yeah.
A lot of Twister questions, a lot of Mad About You questions. As good as it gets, when she won the Oscar.
I wanted to know more about the episode, The Conversation.
It was either a question about Twister or the question about the episode, the conversation it made about you. So this guy, link down below. Good seeing our friends Lauren. Good seeing Tempa J, Krista Girl. Fantastic. A good little fanboy. Not as busy as previous years. Just kind of chill. Did a few autographs. Mostly just kind of, perused, which on some years we cannot do at all, especially the last two with Lord of the Rings and Turtles. But that was great. My shirt got a lot of compliments. I was kind of surprised, but Mummy still holding up. There is a convention soon that I want to go to, which has John, Hannah, and Odette. Probably not, but like, subscribe, share with a movie convention lover. Until his channel linked down below. Until next time, go out and go to a convention and keep collecting. You saw me pick up Luigi Mansion 3. Excited to play that. Can't wait to experience that. And that price, I've never seen it that low, and it's been out quite a while. Then there was a Regal Cinemas booth selling popcorn buckets, and they had free Superman posters, and it's unique. The Superman panel host pointed this out, but Fanboy Expo Knoxville having all the Superman, most of the Superman, and then this being in theater, that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So glad we got to experience it, and now I have a free Superman poster. So until next time, bye-bye.